the future. Not in the future, but it's a smart move.
That's a very smart move. But they making a lot of smart moves on the West Coast, like in Washington and Seattle. Like they making like those little tiny homes for the homeless, because it's the homeless problem over there, like really bad. So they making like those tiny homes as shelters for the people. So it's like you got your little apartment basically when you to start from there instead of being on the street.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
The shelter is apartment.
Yeah, it's like, you ever seen tiny homes before? Like people buy tiny homes, it's like a trailer and they deck it out and make it like a studio apartment or a 1-bedroom with a loft or something. And it's just small. You just confine all your stuff down. You pack all your stuff down to mine the major things that you need. You know what I'm saying? You just store. It's just a thing about storage keeping. But for me living in a 1-bedroom apartment, it's the same size except for the height of the ceiling. That's it. It's the same thing. Except for that, you might be in a car or a bus on a tiny home. They build it from like old buses and stuff like that. They just make
trailer house.
Yeah, but they make it to be like a kitchen in it and stuff like that. So it'd be like a kitchenette apartment or something. They hook it up. But I was watching this thing, how they doing out there in Seattle, and Portland, and Seattle, Washington. They making those for like the homeless people, and they built this whole community, like this gated community. I don't even want to talk about it because the shit blew me. Because I swear to God, that's somewhere I would love to live. Like the worst to everything ever. Like they built this a gated community. It's on the West Coast. It's like a fucking racetrack on the property, a tennis court, the fucking homes. It's amazing. Nah, like Seattle. Like close to Seattle, yeah, in Washington State. And it's land, like it's so much land, like it's the square feet is like fucking 80 square feet, 90 square feet properties. You know what I'm saying? Like of all your property, like your home, not including your land. You feel me? Like your yard and your front yard. Yeah, like it's 90 square feet of property of home indoor
like
space.
Houses together,
basically. And that's how the fuck it look. So one of them shits had 14 rooms, seven or 9 bathrooms in the house. The shit was decked out though. I like the way they made it, because it was like a temporary modern type of theme to it. Like everything looked new and clean.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was a lot of white shit. Like I like shit like that. I like a lot of white, a lot of fucking plain colors, a lot of neatness. Like, you know what I'm saying? Glass, a lot of look like rare shit.
Natural, healthy stuff.
Yeah. I just like it to look like clean and classic.
Yeah,
that's that look I like going for. Like, especially like in the home. But them homes that they were showing, I was like, cause I don't know, I started watching Millionaire Listing just to be watching it on YouTube, and it just took me to some other shit. And I was watching tiny homes, fucking watching people turn their fucking Corvette and they fucking little Chevrolets up into fucking mobile homes, and they living in their cars and shit. Yeah, it do. Like if you think about it, like college kids at that age. Like, if you had something like that, what you could call that your own, it's an apartment, basically, but you saving so much money as you going to school working and you stacking all that bread. But the only thing is, like, where to put your shit. Like, if you got a parents that got a house and they got a backyard, you could always build in their backyard. Like, they showed the boy, he built on his grandmother's land. She let him build a house. Yeah, but she thought he was building a tree house. He wound up building a tiny home in her backyard. The only thing he don't got in it is the bathroom. Because he built it himself with his friends, and he's a high school student. Yeah, he made a kitchen in that motherfucker. He did shit that, listen, the boy was 17 years old. Like, at 17 years old, I wasn't even thinking about nothing, like, building up, like, doing no kind of fucking building or nothing, like, build a big ass. Like, nah, I wasn't even thinking like that. So for him to have, like, started and finished it and really did it on his own 10 hands, I give him credit for that. Because not every 17-year-old boy is thinking about that. And now you got your own spot where nobody can, you know what I'm saying? Your grandmother start acting dumb, your mother start going, yo, I'm going to my shit. Like, what? I bought the food in there. Like, I built it. So what? Y'all can't say nothing. Like, basically, I'm grown in my grandmother's backyard. All I gotta do is respect her backyard rules. You feel me? That's about it. But if you pay somebody for your space, like, you could be good at a perceive. But it's like a lot of, they say it's a lot of fucking, what is it? Like, laws, like permission and, like, to where you could park and shit like that and where you could go. Because some of them is off the grid and some of them is on the grid. Like, off the grid, it like save you a lot of money on energy, like cost and electricity, because you using the sunlight, solar, for all your energy.
Like Florida and stuff. Yeah.
And even the toilets, the toilets is like compost toilets and shit like that, where you could, you go and then you dump it at the truck stop.
I feel like it works.
That's shit. That save a lot of things. But you just gotta keep a lot of water. You know what I'm saying? Cause you can take a shower if you want to cook in it. You gotta keep gallons of water on deck for them kind of. But shit, they be saving mad money. But only thing I couldn't do, I got too much shit. Like, and I can't. There's no way I'm not parting with all my shit like that. And the shit that I really like is the big shit, like my couch, my bar. That shit that would take up a lot of space. I'm not getting rid of that. I'll get rid of my bed before I get rid of my fucking my dresser, my you know what I'm saying, my vanity dresser. Nah, it took me a long time to get that shit and find it. Like, I went mad shopping around for that. Like, I ain't getting rid of that shit until it's dusted off to the fucking mirror full off the back of that shit, and it don't light up no more.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You turned it to a studio. A hair salon.
Okay, for real. That's what I'm saying. Like, all I need is a chair. I got all the fucking products. I got all the damn products to do a bitch hair. Sure.
You make money. Hair salon.
My girlfriend got a fucking like a 2C hair salon in her fucking living room. But she do hair like really do it. I don't be fucking with her. Yeah, she got customers too. Like, she got loyal people that come to her to get their hair done every 2 weeks, every week. Like, I ain't got it. That would be a side hustle. Like,
you can get somebody that does this and do it. And they just give you something.
It's a hustle. But my girlfriend, she own the shop, so like, whenever I know somebody that do hair, I always refer them to her. That's the crazy thing. Like, anybody I meet that do hair good, I be like, my girlfriend own the shop. You in the job in the shop? Cause she always looking for somebody.
Because you never know what's gonna happen in this country,
Hell yeah, and COVID taught us that.
And all that, they'll be like,
COVID taught. If that ain't teach you, like, I started saving a lot of money, like, since COVID happened. Like, I'm the type of person, and I still do it sometimes, but I like to splurge a lot and just, if I got money, I'ma spend that shit till the last drop and then make it again. That's me. But since COVID, I've been just like, not even stressing it, saving my money, like, not even really doing like all I used to be doing. Now that stuff is open back up, I don't even want to go out like that, like, unless it's creating some kind of flow.
It slowed a lot of people up and a lot of business.
Yeah, it sure did. My hair salon, the lady that do my washing sets and my deep conditions, her shit is, cause they got robbed. Somebody had robbed the shop right before COVID happened, so they already took a loss. So I guess after COVID happened and they was shut down, they not opening back up, because I seen them close down. Every day I seen a lady that owned the shop, she was going in there, but she wasn't opening that shit. I'm like, damn. And that's the only place in the Bronx I get my hair done since I moved to the Bronx. Like, I go to Brooklyn to get my hair done. That's far. Shit. $75 cap to get a fucking washing set, I think not. Unless I'm gonna be in Brooklyn like for the week or some shit.
They got every kind of store out there.
Yeah, cause they changed it around. They got Bloomingdale's now, downtown Brooklyn. fucking Century 21. They got mad shit, babe. Yo, they changed that shit up so much. They supposed to be doing that out here now.
Yeah, out here it's like people don't care. That kind of shit.
Because this is so far. This is so deep. Like, when you in the city in Manhattan, thinking about coming to Fordham, it's just like Gun Hill, Fordham. You be like, nah, that's mad far.
People think,
like,
business people are like, take it or leave. Or like, you know, they take advantage of the community because they might be the only type of shop out there. You know, but Brooklyn,
or what they have and what they don't got, or
it's more like competition. Even
and they know that everybody, they know that people in Brooklyn is consumers.
They make sure the food smells outside.
Because they know that people is consumers. That's why all the big parades, like the fucking what is it? The Caribbean parade is in Brooklyn. It's most of the parades is in Brooklyn, like, because that's where people shop at. Like, you ain't gonna go to the cookout and all the vendors ain't gonna have orders. You feel me? Like, everywhere else is not in the Bronx. You go to some events like the Dominican parade. It don't even be packed half sometimes. Some years. Some years it be jam packed. You can't walk through. Then some, like 2 years, 3 years ago, the last time I went, we was walking through like on 176 up that way, and you know damn well everybody over there is Dominican. That's the Dominican village. So it was no way. They was on the corner throwing. It was in the middle of the block throwing busting firecrackers. So you know you was not supposed to be walking through that like just in and out like that. It was empty. So it's just because it's so far and like the Bronx is deep.
Out there too. That's crazy.
I'm talking about but in Brooklyn, hell yeah, in Brooklyn got Italians. They got the Italians. They got fucking Arabian mob, the Chinese mob. They got everything in fucking Brooklyn. Brooklyn got a section for everybody. Like
Chinese section.
Yeah, like a section of Brooklyn. Like Brooklyn is really big. Like
got Little Italy out here.
Yeah, Little Italy with the Italians. See, it's out there. It's fucking what is that? Like Marble Hill over there, please. It's mad. And the Italians out there hit different.
And you got the African community too out there.
Yeah, the African community, the Caribbeans, the West Indians in East New York and shit. Like, it's the fucking the Yardies in East New York. Yeah. The real Rastafarian. They live back there by the dead end.
But they make it look like the Bronx is bigger than Brooklyn on the map.
Nah, Brooklyn is way bigger than the Bronx. Yeah, Brooklyn is way bigger. Brooklyn and Queens is like damn near the same size, and Queens is hella big. Like Queens got hella different sections. Like you could say it's like 12 boroughs in Queens. If it's 4 boroughs and 5 boroughs in New York, shit. Queens is dumb big. That's why when I think about Queens, I be thinking about Long Island. I be like, shit, we went to Long Island damn near. Cause it is Long Island damn near.
Brooklyn is Long Island too. It's the same shit.
Really? Like
it's joined.
It is. Like because everything connected except for the Bronx. Yeah. Everywhere else in Manhattan is connects all the 5 boroughs together.
Manhattan got the bridge.
Yeah, but
Brooklyn Bridge.
If it wasn't Manhattan, but if it wasn't no Manhattan and Harlem, then nobody would be able to get to the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Like but from Manhattan, you could get to every other borough, like off the street. You don't gotta get on the highway. You feel me?
From Jersey.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like Manhattan is the only borough where you don't gotta go over a bridge to get to the next borough. You can take the street and
you do have to take a bridge.
No, you don't.
Manhattan is an island.
No, you don't.
It's an island.
No, you don't though. You can take the street. You don't have to take the. You don't have to get on the highway everywhere in Manhattan. You can take the street. The side blocks. Yeah, you could. Or that's the only borough though. Like every other borough, you can't get to Brooklyn and the Bronx from the street. You gotta get on the highway. You know what I'm saying? You can't get to Staten Island from fucking. No, you gotta get on the highway. And if we didn't have Manhattan that connected all of that, the Bronx would be just cold by itself. Like we would go to Yonkers and Mount Vernon, and that's
it. But you can't go to Yonkers without going to the Bronx.
Right, that's what I'm saying. We would only be able to go to Yonkers and like Mount Vernon, Albany or something because we would never be able to go downtown. Like that's that bridge. Them bridges was connected. But man, only place it could get like Harlem. Harlem, you could get to Harlem if you go through the Heights by the streets. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, and you could go 138 too, but it's like a little bit of water. You will add a little bit of water right there, but not even. Yeah, you do gotta go over that little bit of water, but that's like not even like a bridge. That's like a little. What do they call that shit? I don't even know. I mean, that's not no bridge.
Manhattan actually connected to the Bronx.
Yeah.
It's connected to the Bronx. A little. Yeah. Joins to the Bronx a little.
Exactly.
On this side,
because the fucking Randall Island and
Clinton,
that other shit.
And go through what you call it? You know, Dykeman. That's on the. This
yeah,
side,
the Heights.
The Dykeman. You can. It's all attached.
Yeah, it's all attached.